Okay, in 8-4, 8-4 is called multiplying special cases. Now, 8-4 and 8-3 are really the exact same thing, except that in 8-4, if you can remember this shortcut, it can come in handy. If you forget the shortcut, just apply what you did in 8-3. All right, let's talk about the first shortcut, and that would be the square of a binomial. So they're saying, let's say that you have a binomial that's being added, and you square it. Well, the first term is just the first term in here squared. The middle term is 2 times the first and the second. And the last term is the second one squared. Notice the signs. It holds true for subtraction. The only difference in subtraction is this is a minus. Let's look at the example. They say x plus 4. Now let's figure out how they took the shortcut to get x squared plus 8x plus 16. So instead of doing x plus 4 and x plus 4 written twice and then distributing like that, they took this shortcut. They said the first term is x squared because x times x is x squared. They said the middle term is 8x because that's 2 times the first x and the last 4. So they got 2 times these two things that I'm pointing at. The last number is made up of the last number squared, so it's made up of 4 times 4, 4 squared. Same thing holds true for subtraction, except that middle sign is a minus. So there's the first one squared. This one's the hardest. It's 2 times the first times the last. And that's why you get the -3. And then the last one squared, so that's from 3 squared. Alright, again, if you don't remember this shortcut, it's not a big deal. Just apply what you learned in 8-3. Let's try it. A. In problem 1a, we have the square of a binomial. Now let's make sure that you understand this is not correct. Okay? That is not good because you're just squaring each one individually. You're not squaring the binomial. Let's do this one the long way and then we'll do it using the shortcut. Okay, the long way would be writing it twice. Let's get rid of these arcs so we don't get confused. Alright, the long way is to do it twice like we learned yesterday. And if you ever forget, this is the way you will be doing it. First arc, x times x is x squared. Second arc, 8x times 8 is x squared. Third arc, 8x again. Fourth arc, 8 times 8 is 64. Combine your like terms, that's x squared plus 16x plus 64. But let's say that you notice this is a square of a binomial. Okay, so what you can do for the shortcut is this. The first answer is the first thing squared. The middle term is a plus because of that sign, the plus sign there. And it's 2 times 8 with the x. And then the last one is the 64. So either way, whether you remember the shortcut or you don't, it still works. Let's try again. Let's just try the shortcut. Okay, look, you got a binomial squared. No, the answer is not 4m squared plus 9. That would not be squaring your binomial. That would just be squaring each term. Alright, let's take the shortcut. The first number is the first thing squared. That would be 4m squared. The middle number is 2 times both of these items. So that's 2 times 3 times 2m. Well, 2 times 3 times 2, that's 6 times 2 is 12m. This is a minus sign because of this minus sign right there. At the very end, by the way, this is always a plus. 3 times 3 is 9. Or if you want to say -3 times -3. That's the shortcut. If you needed to go the long way, if you forget your shortcut, just write it twice and then distribute. Okay? Let's try one more time down here. The answer is not n squared plus 49. A lot of students think that's right. Again, if that's your answer, you better write that thing out twice. Alright, let's try the shortcut. Now remember, if you forget, you would write n minus 7, and you would distribute through. Let's try the shortcut though, since it's a binomial that's squared. The first answer is the first term squared, n squared. The second answer is 2 times the first and the second, so 2 times 7 is 14 with the n. This is a minus sign because of that minus up there. And the last would be plus 49 because the -7 times the -7 is a plus 49. That's that shortcut. Alright, problem 2 has a word problem in it. We're given this picture. It says the square outdoor patio is surrounded by a brick walkway as shown. What is the area of the walkway? Alright, well let's go ahead and figure out what the entire area is first. And for the length of the video, I'm going to do this on another one.